Hi, my name is Dev. Welcome to the Noctuary, a monthly horror tabletop RPG actual play podcast. Bear with us, we are new to podcasting in general, and we'll get better as time goes on. What you are listening to is the prelude arc to our first campaign using Quiet Year. After these episodes are done, we will be playing Cult Divinity Lost set in the 1930s. Name is pending on the campaign, but I'm positive by the time we put this out, well, we'll have a name. Alright, thank you for listening. Hello, welcome to the Noctuary. My name is Dev.
Hi, I'm Zuki.
Hi, I'm Patrick.
I am Alex.
Hi, I'm Nicole.
And welcome to the prelude of our main campaign using the map maker / world building game called Quiet Year. It's basically it's a card based system where we can get into it when we get into it.
Yeah. I'm really excited. I've only played the Quiet Year once before, and I remember it being very cool. Although we kind of ended up being in England, where there were loads of underground tunnels and some kind of post-apocalyptic setting. But here we're going for something a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I know we talked about it a little bit. About it being in a more maybe tropical setting, like an island setting. Because
Pacific Island, but
yeah, Pacific, somewhere like that. Does anyone else have any ideas about that?
Well, should we discuss it too much? Because isn't the whole idea that how much should we bake in beforehand with this game, and how much do we just learn as we go along?
So, basically, general kind of... So how this game works is usually general kind of beginning terrain and geology. The premise for our game right now for the prelude is that this group of people who are coming in across the pond to America crash landed on this island in the Pacific and are now kind of having to they've decided to kind of stay here basically until either help arrives or etc.
All right. I had an idea. I was thinking about the island and the setting and how we were interested in kind of doing that exploration feel without some of the problems. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be interesting if the island itself kind of drew people, like if you crashed on the island, you had to do something to get off of it, to be allowed to leave, like some kind of supernatural boon or change or, something you have to fulfill.
Very Shadow over Innsmouth, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will find that out as the game progresses, because the Quiet Year is very much about starting with nothing. But I think from what I can see in the rules, we just have to now describe like one aspect of the terrain that we'd like to see in it. And I think when we were discussing this earlier, I was going to go for like caverns and caves. So that's my contribution.
Do we just want to go? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Let's get started.
So if we want to just go down, we'll go down the same list. I can start, and then everyone else can, we'll just go in order, quick, 2-minute, and if we have like maybe an evolution on the idea, it can pop up later.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
great.
I'll go first. So I think, and I know someone's already I think that there is a caldera on this island. Draw a little caldera where this caldera is. I'm gonna draw a little thingy there for it.
Should we draw the kind of island itself, or are we just going to leave that?
It's there.
Yep, it's down. Scroll around.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yep. No, it's okay. I started drawing it when y'all were discussing, and I'll put like maybe the community is near. Oh, I guess. Well, actually, if someone wants to go, sorry, Zuki, go ahead.
So you've drawn that on. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to have some kind of cave complex. I don't think I have access to whatever you're drawing on.
Should be on the Roll20. Can you not see the?
Scroll down from our nonsense.
Down. It's
Oh wow.
Thing on the sidebar. There's a little brush.
I thought it would be on. I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So I think I'm going to say that there are caverns eaten into the kind of. I think one of the coves here has an extensive cavern network that kind of leads out of here, although it does look like I'm now drawing on a face with a nostril. But this is
That's fine.
I am quite enjoying it.
I am also enjoying
it. It looks lovely, Zuki. It's beautiful.
Great.
Okay. In fact, I'm going to label it because it would make sense that we just maybe put the word.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, there we go. So, I guess next.
That's me. Well, I think we all know already what I'm going to say.
We're talking about it for so long, and finally, we're gonna.
Yes. All right. The lighthouse. Ha!
Where are you gonna put this lighthouse? Is it
that
a
is
destroyed?
a good question.
I have two questions. Where are you gonna put this lighthouse, and is it a destroyed lighthouse, or is it a still functioning one?
I'm going to say that it is. I think that it's currently non-operational, but could be restored with just a little bit of care. Like, the structure itself is intact, but the light is out, that sort of stuff. It's not currently operating. As for where it is, I will place it right here. Apologies for the fact that it's orange. And let me put a text box right here.
I will post this along with the YouTube video. I'll take a screenshot.
For all of our lovely listeners back at home, you will not see any of what we're talking about for the entire duration of this.
Yeah.
I may have started recording my screen.
Oh, that's great.
Even better.
Yeah.
Need a bit of that.
Whether it'll let me upload it after the fact is a whole other thing. But
that's fair.
So this is an abandoned lighthouse from a previous set of settlers. Then basically,
we'll find out.
We don't know.
Find out.
That's the thing.
It's not just a naturally occurring lighthouse, as happens occasionally.
That would be concerning.
So,
all right.
I mean, the Noctuary is supposed to be concerning.
That is true.
But it is an actual man-made structure. It's not just a thing that kind of, that looks like a lighthouse.
Yes,
No.
It looks like a man-made structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sure looks like a lighthouse.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's like a. Okay, yeah, no, I dig that.
I mean, no, it looks like exactly like
it is.
Like a regular lighthouse.
It is a lighthouse. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it's established that.
Okay, I thought it was a rock. I thought you were saying it was okay.
No. It's not like a lighthouse shaped rock. No,
I think we were implying
that
it's a lighthouse, but no one knows how it got there. Maybe the island grew it because this island is creepy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's deal with that later. But that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
All right. Alex next, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I do want there to be like a mysterious forest somewhere. Like the tropical-y type trees, like the
like a dry forest or a rainforest or a cloud forest,
like a tropical rainforest.
How wet is the forest?
I will say, well, it's not like underwater.
Right. That would be concerning.
It would be
does
concerning.
It rain every day inside the forest, or does it only rain sometimes?
Only inside the forest? Probably doesn't rain constantly, but probably enough that it's not a dry forest. But I was thinking, so you have the cave complex, and I think it could be interesting if the cave complex was behind a waterfall or like from the trees in the forest, or.
I do like that.
So it's hard to draw without drawing on top of the cave complex.
What I could just
outline
do,
the area, right?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, do like a green outline or something.
Trees, really bad trees.
Marvelous trees.
Beautiful.
They're great, lovely trees.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be even worse for me because I am not only left-handed, I mouse right-handed.
Oh no! I don't know how that works.
Because I'm mostly ambidextrous, but some things, like I do all of my carving on my clay and my pottery left-handed, So that's where all of my artistic skill lies, is in my left hand, and my right hand is now being asked to do this. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
So it says here that the community itself should be fairly large on the map, occupying a third of the sheet. So can I suggest that we maybe draw the community in this area, which hasn't been touched yet?
Yeah.
We have it kind of taking up a lot of that.
I was gonna probably put it like close to the beach, but I can expand that.
Well,
out
let's
a
maybe
bit.
let Nicole go.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah,
gonna say,
sorry.
let's let Nicole do her thing first.
Last
Or,
but not
It's
least.
true. Last but
No, I get it.
apparently least. No, I'm
Okay.
joking. So if the community is going to be over there, then I am putting a rock, a large rock, with a spring in it.
oh,
And it is deep in the like outer edges of the forest, where it's coming out into the more volcanic plains of the caldera. So it's kind of like halfway there. And the spring comes from high in the rock, trickles down to a pool. And then I was thinking it would be neat to have a little stream or river that goes through the community and exits out near where the community is.
Okay.
Good stuff. Yeah.
That's pretty good. If someone wants to draw like a wiggly woggly circle where the community is, yeah, wiggly woggly. I don't know what I'm saying.
wiggly woggly.
What colour do you want it? Brown? Maybe.
Fuchsia.
Let's make it a light brown. Fuchsia.
I'm here for fuchsia.
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 Very fuchsia type of civilization.
Yeah, very.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the encampment.
It's the gayest castaway
Perfect.
community ever.
Okay, that is a lot of fuchsia.
Yes.
Look,
You know, I'm just
what
gonna
destruction man hath wrought in fuchsia.
in fuchsia.
Yeah,
All
you know,
right.
this is making me a bit more of an eco-anarchist, seeing all this fuchsia.
Seeing all this fuchsia, it's hateful. It really is
Yeah.
hateful.
I'm sorry, but the fuchsia is here.
Yeah.
Fuchsia.
No,
I
that's
apologize.
The fuchsia.
I apologize to any listeners who are fans of the color fuchsia. We do not mean to offend.
No, you know what? No, I do
don't?
mean to offend. This is the Noctuary. I don't know what you think the color pink has anything to do within our edgy ass podcast. Get that shit out of here.
We love it. No, I'm going to stand up for it.
Okay, no, we, in order to prevent the Fuchsian Civil War.
We'll be coming back to the fuchsia later. Yeah.
We'll come back to it. You know what? Yeah. In order to avoid war, we'll come back to the fuchsia.
Back to the fuchsia.
God. I have to name it that now. This is what this is going to be called. Back to the fuchsia.
Oh, no.
That's too good. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
You can call the episode "Back to the Fuchsia" and
Maybe.
make the island or the civilization something less.
Oh yeah, we should probably give the civilization a name.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Well, didn't we talk about
Fuchsians.
Alder Springs? Right.
Alder
Yeah.
Springs,
True,
yes.
but that
Well,
was when we were.
Well, there's still a spring.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
right
There's
now.
still a
There is a
spring,
spring.
There
but
is.
there's
there's
not
alders.
alders.
It's true.
Okay.
Alders is a type of tree.
Yes.
Alders can be in the
Oh.
forest.
I thought
It is,
Alders was like a name.
No.
No, it's a type of tree.
Oh,
It's a
It's
kind
a type
of
of
tree,
tree,
and
but it's
I
also a
don't
type of
think-
snake.
I put a forest right
I
there.
don't think it can live in the Pacific, in
Tropical.
like a tropical.
I think it lives in marshes, but even so, maybe
Yeah.
we call it Alder Springs because the person that found
You know what?
it
We
loved
don't know what
alders,
tree
right?
types are. We didn't bring a biologist with us.
Yeah.
To
We
be
think
fair,
they look
though,
like alders.
to be fair, I unintentionally did make the shape of the island a little snake-like. So what if it's named after alders? I think alder is also a type of snake, unless I am wrong.
That smells like
There's
shrimp to me.
asps.
There's
There
adder,
Adders.
are
adder springs.
adder. Ooh, do we have adder snakes on
Now
the
we do.
island.
And we do now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're about to.
Maybe we
we're
call them adders because we don't have a biologist again.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like, yeah.
to be fair, the next part of this is starting resources. Next, we each name an important resource for the community, something we might have in either abundance or scarcity.
Oh,
And we
dear.
don't have to draw it right away.
Yeah, so I have
So it's
bad
a-
news,
We're snake
everyone.
friends.
I have bad news.
So it's a single resource that we all define, right?
Right.
Nicole has bad
It's
news.
true. The
Oh,
adder
what?
is the most northerly member of the viper family and is found
Oh.
throughout Britain, from the south coast of
Okay.
England to the far north
It
of
came over on the
Scotland.
boat.
Yeah.
It came over on the boat with us.
So we have
Oh,
a
no.
single adder? Do we have a breeding
no.
pair of invasive
No,
adders?
we have a breeding pair. Yeah, the island suffers from a
Acute adder infestation.
Yeah, it's an invasive species on the island. Absolutely.
Just like Fuchsia.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I continued to read about adders, and I regret it. Because female adders incubate their eggs internally, rather than laying shelled eggs,
Oh.
which the grass
Oh.
snake does. Adders give birth to around 6 to 20 live young in August or September.
Oh no.
Really? Oh,
So-
cute.
Oh no. What month was it when when this ship crashed?
Well, quiet year usually goes spring first.
It's
so
true.
Okay, we've got a
That's
few
true.
months.
We have a few months.
we have some months before the.
All right.
For
Let's
the adder
before we
infestation.
So,
before we go down the adder hole.
well,
we
we'll
should
see.
name
Actually,
the
because
island.
we could maybe have an abundance of adders.
That's true.
Well, maybe.
I think we
So-
want positive resources.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does that do for us?
Abundance of predators.
We
Yay!
can make a lot of snakeskin boots.
Okay, you know what?
That is
I
true.
think
No snakes were harmed in the making of this podcast.
No.
So far.
Well, I think some people has suggested in the Discord or in our private Discord, Bay of Thaddeus or
Oh,
Saint,
yes, I do like that.
which Thaddeus is, according to, from what I remember, the
According
saint
Yeah,
of
it was according
lost
to-
causes and
patron saint
What?
of hope and lost causes.
Warning.
So each of us needs to name something which could either be an abundance or scarcity. So examples could be clean drinking water, a source of energy, protection from predators, shelter, and food. Okay.
All
So
right.
I want to name something.
All right, let's start with Dev again.
So it can be either an abundance or a scarcity. If I'm, okay, one of the resources to be an abundance. Gotcha. Depending,
Somebody else is doing resources.
Yeah, depending on, I'm gonna say that our ship, it was unable to be fixed. I think that it was unable to be
Oh,
fixed.
well. Right now, we're not deciding if it's a scarcity or not. We name a resource.
Yep.
Then
Yeah,
next
I'm
we
saying
choose.
that the wood. Right. Okay. So then I think
So
an
you're saying
abundance
wood,
is
then?
wood. Yes.
All right.
What?
So the resource is wood. Okay.
Apologies.
Okay, It's okay. No, we're still learning. It's all right. What resource am I going to go for? I'm going to say, yeah. Oh, this is a hard one, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like because just to point out that the era is the 1850s. Is
That's
that
right.
Yeah, that is what we decided for this place, for this time period.
Okay, so I'm going to say wood. I'm going to say food. That's a good one to put in there anyway.
Fish, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say this is a tough one.
See, I immediately think of other ones as soon as I've said that.
I'm gonna say would just like wildlife in general count as a resource?
I think so.
Yeah.
Go with that.
All right, so for me, I guess I will say, so we had talked about potentially like minerals, whether in the caves or somewhere else on the island, but like things like iron or
We're near a caldera, so
yeah,
So like
So
mining
some sort
type
of-
resources?
yeah.
So, could maybe label that ore.
I would say fuel
Oh.
too, or fuel.
Well, not all ore is fuel, so I think just ore is fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know about you, but my car runs on gold, so.
Yeah, I can confirm that I have a small nuclear fusion drive inside of my car, which
There we
allows me
go.
to fuse iron.
Mr. Fusion. So I
Mr. Fuchsia.
am going... yes, Mr. Fuchsia! So
I'm
I
sorry.
am going to go with safety.
Safety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Guess that-
pretty good.
That is a resource.
Yeah. Now we have nothing else for this
So, as a
island.
group, we choose one of the resources to be in abundance.
And one of them to be like a...
Believe that
No, I think,
all
I think
the
we
rest
just
of
assume
them
the others are
are
The others are
scarcities.
scarcities. Yeah.
Yep, we get
That's
one
it.
good thing, and all the rest are scarcities.
Oh my god.
Well, I think
Oh.
wood is probably the most likely because it's a densely wooded island, but there's not very much wildlife, so there's no food, and there's just wood, but there's no actual stuff to eat.
Yeah, and then
That-
since all we have is wood, that makes mining the ore incredibly difficult.
If Minecraft has
And-
taught me anything,
I mean, yeah, I expect if we came here to mine, we might have some mining stuff.
Well,
But yeah,
So I think,
We may not have known that there was
Yeah.
stuff to
yeah,
mine
Yeah,
here.
exactly. We
we
expected...
weren't aiming to be here.
Yes.
but even so, I think if something's an abundance, it means we can get access to
Yeah.
it. Basically.
That's true.
Yes, fair.
So
fair.
Yeah.
can I pitch an abundance of wildlife?
Sure.
Because
Why?
we're not showing up as settlers. We were showing up as immigrants, and so
oh yeah,
our boat was not full of the kinds of tools that you need to chop down towering trees. You know, big
Yeah.
first story canopy trees. And it's
you know what?
full of animals, some of which will be dangerous, but some of which will feed us and all that. So I kind of like the idea of having an abundance of wildlife and letting the rest kind of play out from there.
Fair play. I'll second that. Yeah.
But
So
it means it's wildlife that we can't eat as well. Because
Or
there's
it's
no food.
wildlife that we can eat, but it's very, very hard to kill.
Also, none of us said water.
Well, it means that we're fine. Like we don't have a scarcity
fine,
of water, or we don't have an abundance of water.
After
We
We
just
Yeah, we have a nice freshwater spring,
Yeah.
and
so just to
we have water.
yeah.
So we have an
Just-
abundance of wildlife, and maybe it is just like insects and snakes and
Oh,
adders.
please, no.
Yes.
I want some
They're not super
some
edible.
crazy
I want
things in the trees.
I want some
Yeah.
mammals.
especially in the forest. Yeah.
Yeah, I want some mammals, please.
Yeah.
You know.
Want a toucan?
By the way, so just to reiterate what abundance we have wood, food, aka wildlife, and what was the last thing?
Or
Safety.
Safety.
Yeah, or
So, yeah, which safety we definitely should not have in abundance.
yeah,
Yeah,
it seems we have
definitely.
the definite.
Lack of safety.
Yep.
The way that I've played Quiet Year before is when you choose your resources, you're looking for the fulcra on which you think is going to be most interesting to have the story tipping around.
I think we've got a pretty interesting setup.
Me too.
I have also
Okay.
written down everything in case we forget.
Good times.
Great.
Quiet Year is all about taking notes.
Yes, our listeners will have to forgive our poor memories if we ever need to consult the notes.
Yeah. Well,
What we do is maybe put that in a different colour so we can see that wildlife is the abundance.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Just put it off to the side. Yeah, that works too.
Although, damn, I can't edit that one. Okay. It's not letting me.
Did
Oh,
it.
there we go. I've
Did
got it. There we go. I think I've done it.
oh, did we decide on the Bay
I
of
was going
Thaddeus?
I was gonna go for green.
No,
Fuchsia
that
is
works.
great.
That
Fuchsia,
works.
no,
Fuchsia is
fuchsia.
good.
Fuchsia.
That is.
So we are calling it the Bay of
cool.
Thaddeus. I just wanted to make sure
Works for me.
Yes.
it works for everyone. Okay. I didn't know. And I'm the GM.
So we need
Alright.
to draw an abundance of wildlife on the map.
Oh no.
All right, everyone draw one animal.
I'm drawing a bird because that's super easy.
Okay.
I did my bird.
I have missed the bird. Where's the bird?
Where is
Oh,
the bird?
yeah, I don't see. Oh, wait. Where are?
On top of the island.
Oh,
Yes.
Those are. Oh.
Gotcha.
Yes, I see.
Gotcha.
It's a very, very nice
Listen,
bird.
I
See,
can't-
somebody else did the snake already.
I don't know. I was going to make it an insect, but yeah, I agree. We need a snake. Yeah.
All right, hold on. What artful masterpiece should I create?
Stick insect.
No,
Make a fuchsia.
I'm gonna do a wildcat. Why not?
I like that. Like small cat, big cat. What are we talking?
Oh, small cat. It's tropical, so like an ocelot or something like that. Not an
Fair enough.
ocelot, you know.
Don't want to have
just
a
like
jaguar?
not particularly. No.
Okay, I have drawn a very terrible monkey that's way too
Oh, it's
big.
beautiful. I love it.
That is a haunting looking face on that monkey. That is terrifying.
There is. Those eyes are soulless.
Oh my god!
They are soulless eyes.
Yeah, those are.
So
And there's a Pac-Man ghost.
I just have eyes poking out of a bush.
What is that?
Who knows? It's something horrible and creepy, and we'll find out.
Oh, brilliant.
Find out
It could
together.
be two horrible, creepy things with one eye.
It could be an ant. Let's find out.
Okay, so we've got the bush creature, bird, cat, snake, and monkey.
Yeah.
And
I
birds.
don't think that's
forget my
allowed to be a
birds.
monkey. I'm sure. And the bird.
And the birds.
Some of them have longer
Yeah.
wings on one side, but they're fine. They'll be all right.
They're a little
As long as
crooked, but they fly good.
Radiation.
Yeah.
Islands have interesting wildlife populations.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
I
said
think all the
gold
stink-
couldn't be uranium.
True.
Not true.
That is true.
Truth.
Oh shit, we didn't even think about that.
I must say that monkey certainly looks like it got hit with a dose.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a unfortunate looking monkey.
Okay.
So once everyone's drawn their animals
Animals loosely.
loose, it's loose. But that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so are we going to do the bit where we read out bits of the rules to each other, or you just want to go for it?
I think reading out a little bit of the rules.
Context to both ourselves and our listeners seems like a kind thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Dev, do you
So-
want to start with the week?
Yeah, each week in our year is a turn taken by one player, with play moving clockwise around the table. In this case, we're going down a list that we've made, starting with me, ending with Nicole. Me being Dev. I gotta remember to announce that. The other players are quiet audience members unless prompted otherwise. Weeks take an average of 2 to 3 minutes to complete. And then, if Zuki, you want to go down?
Okay, I assume I'm looking at the same book, but during each week, the following things happen. The active player draws a card, reads the relevant text aloud, and resolves it. They follow all bolded text. Project dice are reduced by 1, and any finished projects are updated. And finally, the active player chooses and makes an action, discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
So Zuki already read out the week. So are we doing drawing cards now? Okay, drawing cards. As there are 52 cards, there are 52 weeks. We won't necessarily get to play all of them. Most cards have 2 options to choose from, separated by an or divider. Pick the option that you find the most interesting and fitting, and read the text aloud. The card might ask you a question, bring bad news, or create new opportunities. Many cards have specific rules attached to them, which are written in bold text. If you drew the card, it's up to you to make the decisions that the card requires. If a card asks you a question, think about whether your answer could be represented on the map somehow. If it fits, update the map to reflect this new information. For example, if the card asks about the sleeping quarters for the community, you might end up drawing a row of 10.
Who's next?
Alex.
So working on projects?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are we going through all of
I
it?
don't know, are we?
I guess we don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I think...
Shall we just read the bit out? Let's do a round and see if we need to.
Yeah.
Go.
All right.
Okay, my bad. So, do we want to start in order from leaving off with Patrick, going into Alex?
Yeah, let's...
So we're
Just
starting
to
with
keep the-
Spring. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Spring is actually the third deck down in Roll20, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Of course it is.
Naturally. Why not?
Naturally.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay. And you can just drag and drop the card onto the play area. And we should see it.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Right. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned? I feel like there already is both a large body of water and a man-made structure.
Well, you could reuse it or create your own, I guess.
Okay. So in terms of I do have in terms of the cavern system, I do think it would be interesting if somewhere in there was a pool of water, kind of a place where you might go cave diving if if this weren't the 1850s. But it could be
so there's
apologies.
a big underground lake.
I think
Underground lake or underground river system, or because caverns are made by water essentially getting in and forging paths, right? So there could be an underground body of water, and I feel like the way it would look is that because it's underground and in these expansive caves, because I kind of imagine the caves can go as far as we want across the map. I feel like it's a body of black water. You can't, because it's surrounded by rock and there's no light coming in, you just cannot see how far it goes or how deep it is or what's under the surface.
I love it.
Okay.
I love
people have been exploring and maybe been carried off by it. I like it. So do you want to draw? Maybe we should draw it from the spring again, and the river splits into two, one of which goes to the cavern.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Which comes to us.
Yeah, that's a great idea. There you go.
Maybe that was too dark of a color.
It is dark water. Oh, wow.
It is dark water. Yeah, I took a teal.
So I love the idea that the spring, half of it is that beautiful Caribbean blue, and that's the part that goes to Alder Springs, and half of it is this darker, murkier, creepier, and that's the part that goes off towards the caverns.
Underground and into the...
It's like water, but dark.
Dun, dun,
Disturbing.
It's edgy.
Goth water.
Welcome to the Noctuary, fuckers, where our water's edgy as fuck. Oh no! Don't say goth water, because that's...
I don't know.
Wait. We need
do you have something against
we need
goths,
to unpack
Dev?
that noise.
Yeah. Have you had an experience with goth water?
No.
Trauma here?
As a long-time goth with my share of goth moths, I need to make sure that I'm going to be safe around you.
Yes.
This is good. You're absolutely fine.
Fun fact: I am also a goth. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I am not a goth.
I would be a goth if I wasn't lazy.
Oh,
and,
no, you don't have to present goth. You're just goth.
Yeah,
You're goth in your heart.
Yeah, it's
hell yeah.
It is part
black
of
my soul.
It's literally more of a state of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
It's not what you wear; it's what you think.
All right.
Okay,
Moving
and
on.
so then we so either start a project, hold a discussion, or discover something. I just moved my map all over the place. Now I'm drawing random lines on the map. No.
So do you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project?
So I feel like we've crash landed on this, island. I feel like we probably need to establish some shelter, at the very least, someplace that's relatively, at least we think is safe. So maybe the project could be building up basic shelter and probably around where the river meets the...
How about gathering wood to build better shelters, because we are out of wood, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How many weeks do we all think the project would reasonably take to complete? Between 1 and 6.
So
I think it would take 5.
That's good. Is the project to build the houses and have them complete, or is the project to harvest the wood?
I think it's to build the houses, right? That's
build
what you
the
wanted.
houses.
Then I think we should go 5 or
that
6.
includes harvesting the wood.
I'm gonna
go with 4, but okay.
I'm gonna go with 5 as well.
Sounds like the 5s have it.
Good deal. I'll have that, and I'll put it as 5, and then we just do a countdown each time it reduces.
Okay.
Okay.
You could draw a little clock up by the...
That works. Just put a little dot by it. Yeah.
Okay, so now Nicole, you draw a card, right? That's how this works?
Yeah.
What important and basic tools does the community lack? Or, where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? And I think that we are currently storing our food on racks. Oh, these are ellipses. I need to erase these. To just switch to freehand and we'll erase them later. Little racks that we put our food, what's food supplies we could salvage from the ship on to dry. And then no one ever really got around because it was very convenient to just get access to it. And it's very risky because they are unguarded. We are thinking in terms of, well, there aren't any people to steal them. And so wildlife is able to get access to it. Those damn monkeys and the terrifying bush monsters.
Of course, the terrifying bush monsters.
And the fucking seagulls, man.
And the toucans.
And the snakes.
And snakes. Can't forget the snakes.
And the terrifying bush monsters.
I would say, yeah, okay. So they're kind of unguarded or hard to keep things away from.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to start a project. And the project I would like to start is following the river back to its source, because we don't know where it's from, where the river is coming from.
That is a good point.
So we don't know yet that the river is the source of the two streams. Yeah. Okay.
True enough.
So I'd say that's pretty easy. I'm going to give it
That's probably
2.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I was going to say 3.
I was thinking 2 made more sense for me.
Yeah.
That works.
I guess it also depends on the scale of this island.
Yeah, we should have like one of those like rulers in the bottle, like bottom, like 1 centimeter equals such and such amount of miles.
Dude for scale sort of thing.
Yeah.
One square equals
is that
1
too
mile.
big, or like probably a little bit smaller?
Is there a person?
That looks good.
Oh my goodness.
So I was just going to like use this countdown here and say that we're 1 week closer to building the shelter.
All right.
And now it's
now. Yep.
Oh, it's me. It's been me the whole time. So I pressed deal, right?
You can drag and drop from the top.
But you can also hit draw.
Make sure it's a spring card.
It's a spring card. No, I accidentally drew on it. You see a good omen. What is it? You see a bad omen. What is it? Ooh, nice thing. They see a bad omen. I think the bad omen is that they will see like fish kind of just flop out of the water dead.
Ooh.
Coming out of the river.
Ooh.
So there are dead fish that kind of jump out of the river, or they
jump out of the river and then they don't even flop a bit. They just jump out and it's just dead.
What if they don't have any eyes?
Oh, yes.
Lion King fish. All right. Okay.
We got a lot of projects going on. I'm feeling a little adventurous. Let's hold a discussion. I think this is discussion worthy. So I will read out another one of the 3 option types is hold a discussion. You can choose to open with a question or a statement. Starting from you and going clockwise, each player gets to weigh in once with a single statement, 1 to 2 sentences long. If you open with a question, you get to weigh in last. If you open with a statement, that's it for you. And I think I'm going to start with a question. What should we do about these eyeless fish?
So we kind of go in order and discuss?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So starting with Zuki.
We burn them, and throw the bones out to sea, far out to sea.
I say that these fish are clearly a sign from the Lord that our community has sinned gravely. We must pray and build a church in his honor.
Yeah.
To the eyeless fish.
The Lord.
The Lord!
Lord.
The
The
Lord!
Start
Eyeless
a fish cult now.
The
Or
Eyeless Fish Lord.
The Fuchsia Fish Lord, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there should be 1 to 2 sentences each. And
Sorry.
keep going.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I say we're so short on food, and these are tokens. These are gifts. We should enjoy them.
I think that we shouldn't risk eating them ourselves initially, but I think that we should take them and use them to bait traps to lure in animals from the forest that we can try to eat.
Because I asked a question, I think I'm able to.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
you
also
weigh
get
it
to
last.
answer, basically. Yeah, you just answer.
Think that I agree with this one person over here, this stranger over here, and we should use them to bait our traps.
Right. So we've had the discussion. It doesn't really come to a conclusion, but yeah.
No.
There we
But
go.
Drama.
Dissent. No one agreed.
Yeah, no,
No, you did agree. Okay.
We should
So
mark, mark the fish with a dot to note that we had a discussion about the fish.
Yes.
It'll be a red dot.
Lady fishy.
All right, Zuki, your turn.
Okay. Ooh. It's got shuffle above it, and it's not letting me do anything.
That's weird.
If you should be able to like hover over it, and then a black border
Somebody
should
drag
pop
it
up.
out for me. I'm fine.
It's also not letting me do that. I'm gonna probably press deal.
Let's just do shuffle. I'm going to do shuffle, and if it,
Okay.
then it'll let me do it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, there's a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? I'm going to say there's a disquieting legend. The word is that the island itself and the caves filled with this black water are an accursed place. A ship in the 15th century visited this island, and only 3 men returned alive after trying to gather water from the caves. The place has never been settled since. So it is said that the ghosts of those sailors walk through these damp caves. And some even say they have taken on the face of the monkeys. The monkeys themselves are
Monkey, ghost, pirate.
Or the monkeys have took the faces of the
Exactly, yes. They stole their faces.
the monkeys took the faces of the dead people, and
Which is
it
why
said
they're
that the
found.
monkeys.
Why they're in such abundance near the caverns here. See. So many
Makes
of
sense
them.
to me. It's a conspiracy.
I think that this legend was just spread by one of the villagers who really doesn't like the monkeys.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Well, that's how the rational people will write
Yep.
it off, at least.
Yeah.
Until the ghost pirate monkeys show up.
Yep. Oh, well, the Finding the Source project is done.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. So what happens then?
So as Nicole was the one who proposed that, I believe she gets to
Yep. So, after
Resolve it?
2 weeks of following the river through forest and along volcanic mountain meadows and in and out of danger and trouble, they finally make their way to the very center of the island, where they find a lush, beautiful, tropical, spring-fed pond with a waterfall coming out of the top of the rock. That's where the spring head itself is at the top of the rock, and it falls down the rocks. And they find that around the spring is like manicured food forest. Like, everywhere they look, there are berries that have been encouraged to grow, and fruits, and even vegetables, and unfamiliar tubers and things. And then there is a little path that leads deep into a dark forest surrounded by thorns. And it's not a game path. It looks like a made path.
Okay.
All right.
Spooky.
And
Spooky,
I think,
spooky.
and we also realise that the dark water
Yep,
also comes from
yep.
the same source.
I'm going to say that the oasis, let me grab the right color for the dark water, that the beautiful lake oasis, that half of it shades to the dark blue, and then it vanishes through the side. So, like, the river is totally underground. The outflow is under the water in the spring, and you just see the color change.
Okay, and then finally, we're going to discover something new. So, with the revelation that the dark water that fills these accursed caverns is also the source of the water that we drink in our streams, I think part of the community are afraid this is the source of the no-eyed fish. This is the source of corruption in our community, and they refuse to drink from the river, only drinking rainwater and water that has come from other sources. So there's a split in the community who will not touch the river because it is corrupt.
Love it.
All right.
I'm not sure how to draw that, but I think there's maybe there's a group that have moved to the other side of the village, as far away from the source of the
Maybe
water
draw
as
like
possible.
a rain catcher.
Yeah. Maybe just
Or
put
like
down some different
Or like a
colored
rain
houses.
barrel or something.
Yeah, I'll put down some. She'll put some circular buildings in because that's easier.
Yeah. All right.
There we go. And yeah, I've done the build shelter. So yeah, Patrick.
Perfect.
All right. Let me draw a card. Did that work? Yes, it did. Okay. So, there's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you? Or, what belief or practice helps to unify your community? Oh.
Dude, this is a hard one.
This is going to determine a lot. Wow. What fears?
Time to fight the
okay.
ghost pirate monkeys.
There being another community on the map doesn't quite fit with what we said about it being previously uninhabited. So what belief or practice helps to unify your community?
Yeah, we do have that water split going on right now.
We do have that water split. Okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to say that this need not necessarily happen right now, but that water split, the whole, like, accursed thing is going to get forgotten over time. People are going to kind of just realize, oh, this water is fresh. But that community has made sort of a radical split with Alder Springs, and they've decided to become their own town, and even with the water gone, like that water dispute gone, they're very fiercely independent, very much like us versus them mentality.
I love that interpretation of a second community. That is so good.
So yeah, so rather than it's something that brings us together, they are going to separate. Okay.
So they're going to need a name other than Water Purists.
Since it's a religiously based ejection, go ahead.
How about just? Sorry, yeah, carry on. Then.
Yeah.
I was going to go the pure instead.
No,
the
my God,
uncorrupted.
that sounds like a cult.
The uncorruptible.
No, I was thinking maybe like we needed like an actual town name. So I was thinking something to do with purity, something like
Providence,
Sky's bounty, Cloud's bounty,
Neptune's
Cloud
something
Town?
with like aqua in the base.
Wait,
Aquagate.
I've got something. Aquagate. That sounds like no. How about let me check that I've got this right.
Damn Town.
What?
Damn, like DAM.
Yeah, Damn Town.
How about Stella Maris? Star of the Sea.
All right.
I think that's what
That's
that is.
pretty good.
Okay, and they're definitely not going to have fuchsia around them. No,
they don't deserve fuchsia.
No.
It has to be a light blue.
Plus, I made them. They can't be fuchsia.
The thing that sets the community apart is their vehement or their large hatred of the color fuchsia.
Yes, and and since they're called Stella Maris, I'm going to say that this is a very fundamentalist Catholic community, which had a religious objection to the impure water and the clearly demonic signs and such. So not exactly a friendly bunch.
Okay, all right.
I love that.
So
okay, and then I need to pick between the
build shelter goes down to 1.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say that they're going to.
You did mention build a church.
You know what? Okay, yeah, I'll say that weirdo I was playing, that one-time character, is like the leader of Stellamaris, and he's going to build...
Well, technically it has to be Alder Springs that does the project. Stellamaris are now an external community.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are so right. Then I'm going to say that Alder Springs is going to... They're going to make a better place to store their food. They're going to make like an actual like food storage unit.
So, what could go a warehouse?
Yes, they're going to make a warehouse for like foodstuffs and supplies and like make sure that they're going to be okay for when the winter comes and such.
How difficult should you make that?
Kind of depends on the size of the warehouse.
I'm going to say if it's storing almost all of the supplies and whatnot, I'm going to say it's 5.
Okay, we'll have a 5. Good with the 5.
At least that's my vote.
Yeah, okay. 5. I would say 4.
Yeah, let's have a deciding
4
vote.
Because we took 5 weeks to build all of like the houses for people, or at least enough that people can be comfortable.
Yeah,
so
fair
like
enough.
one storage space shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It will probably it'll probably need to be made of sturdier stuff, so it can still take a while, but not as long as, the whole town as it currently stands.
Okay. I think we're done with that then. Yeah.
Yep. Alex.
Let's move on.
So, are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role? Or how are the eldest members of the community, or how old are they? What unique needs do they have? I'm going to say there probably are children. Like if they're coming as immigrants, they probably when people would send out immigrants to places, they probably would send the younger ones, like the adults and children, not necessarily sending the elderly on like a big harrowing boat ride to unknown places. I'm going to say the children, their role in the community might be as like gatherers, so like not going out to get like food or venturing into places that are too dangerous, but like maybe gathering like berries or like things along well-defined paths, but like essentially like foraging.
Okay. So the shelters are completed then. That's
brilliant.
Right. So so these shelters, I'm assuming they're, whatchamacallit, there are probably a few different ones. Like you'll have like I'm guessing a lot of people will be cohabiting together just because we wanted to get these up relatively quickly. So it's probably not a lot of like single nuclear family houses. It's probably a lot of like cohabiting.
Condominiums.
Communal housing while everybody gets their own individual spaces built.
Yeah. And so, like these structures or whatever, they're probably more on the plain side, like not like super fancily decorated, but they are relatively sturdy. They seem to be able to, at the very least, they provide enough shelter that people can stay dry and the like in there. And I mean, they're houses. I don't really know what else to...
Yeah. No, that's
the
fair.
idea of
are they
communal
on
housing,
stilts or
is really it's going to affect the way this community grows, so I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Can I just raise something about the way that we're playing this? I've just read a bit more of the rules, and apparently we aren't supposed to discuss at all. The only time we get to discuss anything is if we have an explicit discussion.
So
that's really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like the way we're doing it.
Yeah.
I've
I like
never
it too.
played
I
it by
point
the
that out for
actual
people that
rules.
might.
Every time I've played it, we have been unable to stop ourselves. So
yeah, it's
Plus,
tough.
These rules kind of seem made to be a bit loosely interpreted anyway.
I'm just amazed at Avery's ability to shut the fuck up, because I have no ability to do that.
Yeah, well, thank you for bringing that up. I actually did not know that.
I've been quiet this entire time. No, that's not true. I just wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't try though.
But it's a bit like Microscope the way it does it, having that like you don't get to say that. But yeah, it is odd. I find it quite difficult.
Yeah. Oh, now we're quiet. Okay.
Okay.
And I guess I was supposed to like discuss
project or
discover.
Discover.
So I'm going to say that maybe while we're kind of like, because there's been this split in the community and you have like this other town cropping up, I want to say maybe a project will be started to go investigate the lighthouse so they can claim it before the other town can.
Good one.
How long that will take will depend on how much resistance there is from from this other community, I guess.
So you're starting a project to win them back.
Or start a project to win them back.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get. Yeah.
Just get the lighthouse.
At the very least, yeah, like the other community moved really close to the lighthouse, and I'm assuming at least, this lighthouse might have been a source of like, wonder or trepidation for the people because, they have no idea who built it, how long it's been there, or anything like that. And so maybe, yeah, they want to be able to at least investigate it before they lose control of it to the other town.
Yes.
That's too much for me.
Lighthouse imperialism.
No, none of that. None of that.
So what are you trying to do? What's the name of the project? Yeah, I don't...
Claim
I guess
lighthouse?
It's like claim the lighthouse, explore the lighthouse. Yeah.
Okay, claim. There we go.
We'll draw.
Ooh.
An old piece of machinery is discovered. Broken, but perhaps reparable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or, an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it? Oh, this is a difficult one.
Yeah,
I think the community discovers a half-finished boat in a tiny secret cove that no one had found before. And I am deciding if we are going to work on it or destroy it. But so let me quickly draw the secret cove. I'm doing a lot of drawing of water. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, I mean, hey.
On our island
Okay,
map,
good point,
drawing
good
water?
Yeah,
How dare
it's
you?
unthinkable, man.
I am a monster.
Crazy.
Is it a
Man.
piece of machinery within the cove then?
It's like
or
a half-finished, like, big ocean-going boat. Like someone was building a pretty significant piece of military, not military, but seafaring architecture. So I'm going to say the keel is laid out. We've got the ribs of the frame and a bunch of piled up seasoned boards from where they were working on putting on the hull. And the camp, where it's done, I think there's a few woodworking tools that our Alder Springs explorers can take back to the town, but the camp is completely deserted and there's no sign of struggle. So I think it's cursed, and I think that
it's cursed.
It's
it needs
cursed
to be
and it
destroyed.
needs to be destroyed. And I would like to start a project to destroy the boat.
I'd say 1 week.
I'm going to put a piece of contempt out about that.
Yes.
I would also like to do that.
This is wood that we could use to burn. I mean, it's just destroying it.
This is a boat that we could finish and try to get out of here, or at least see if we can find something else.
Yeah, it
This
sounds
sounds
like
like
we're
a
starting a discussion. So never mind, I'm not starting a project.
It does sound like...
I am starting a discussion.
No, do it.
We have found this half-finished boat. Should we use the lumber that is next to it to finish the boat or to build more houses?
So
I have posed the question, so I think that is Dev next.
I say that we should use the lumber to build a ship so that we are able to get out of here. This
We're
place.
tapping on the...
Yep, I heard a tap.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. That's
You're
my
being
fault.
So
You're
Full
really
true, it's
emphasizing your
amazing.
point.
this is the worst boat drawing that has ever existed. Partial boat drawing that's ever existed. So be kind.
We have
It's
the
okay, we have my monkey up there, so...
we have the framework for the boat already. All we need to do is just fix it up and sail our way on out of here, 'cause it's creepy here. I do not like it.
Why do you want to leave our own home? And why do you want to take wood from something that's so accursed? We found it near near the caves of the Black Water. That place, the whole place should be burned to the ground. Don't touch that wood.
Now you're sounding like a resident of Stella Maris. I say that we do build this boat, but not to get out of here, just to explore. Maybe there's another island around here. We could find other people or at least some new resources.
I say everybody here is missing the point. This is a cursed boat. We shouldn't use this wood at all. If we use this wood, bad omens will come to us. We should burn it. We should destroy it. We should have nothing to do with it.
Back around to me. So I will say that I think that we should use the wood to build a fence between us and Stella Maris.
Hey.
Okay. I'm still going to
go for it. Yes, please.
Yeah. For people who are unaware, if you ever feel like you weren't consulted or honored in a decision-making process, you can take a piece of contempt and place it in front of you. This is how we express disagreement or tension. If someone makes a statement or starts a project that you don't agree with, you don't get to speak out of turn. You instead are invited to take a piece of contempt. Contempt will generally remain in front of players until the end of the game. If someone else does something that you greatly support that would mend relationships and rebuild trust, you can discard a contempt token to show that they have healed past tensions.
Alright. I'm going to slap down a contempt token with my name on it.
You are currently the most contemptuous.
I'm going to say,
Zuki
in my
and I
head,
are tied.
In my head, the tokens are Fuchsia.
No!
Well, that because...
I do hate Fuchsia. So, there's a contempt token. There's an actual contempt token. Where the hell did you get that?
No, that's just me getting a random token. There you go.
Oh.
That works, though.
I'm just
for the viewers at home, or for the listeners at home, we have a wreathed raven token to represent our contempt tokens.
It's the contempt crow, yes.
And then,
the crow-tempt.
The crow-tempt.
I'm trying to squish Corvid and contempt together, and it is not working. Cortempt.
I see you gave me another Corvid contempt.
There you go.
Coin.
You can have
your own. I had already drawn a little.
In that case, I'll get rid of it. I think
for viewers at home, I've drawn a small green circle with the C inside of it.
The contempt crow has been copyrighted.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? I feel like we've forgotten whose turn
Yours.
it is. It's my turn. Oh.
Yes.
Gosh, it feels like...
I think
feels like we've been...
the lighthouse...
I've already moved it down one. It will go after this initial part of the turn, yes.
Okay. Brilliant.
I feel like it's been spring for so long.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
When are we gonna... When are we going to change seasons?
Yep.
When we're out of spring cards.
Yeah.
Which is... But there's basically one for every card in a suit of a deck of cards.
13.
So 13.
A charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect. Or a charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activities. Why does she do this? How does the community respond?
I think I'm getting which one Dev likes.
What if it's a young girl from Stella Maris?
No!
Oh, no.
Cursed Stella Marians.
Stella Marians.
Stella's Maris?
I do like that idea, though.
Stella's Maris.
Stella's Maris.
I think that a young woman walks from Stella Maris to Alder Springs and has tempted people into, I think she started a gambling ring. I'm thinking, she started some kind of, maybe an illicit trade of goods and resources.
Smuggling.
Yeah. Smuggling things from Alder Springs, since they're a much bigger community, to Stella Maris.
Nice.
Or to join them, I guess, and bring their stuff with them.
Or to join them.
She's tempting them.
Yeah.
A sinful or dangerous activity.
And
well, how does the community respond?
Yeah.
I guess we can see why she does this.
I think the community responds very poorly to this. But I'm not... Does anyone have any ideas of how poorly they would respond to this? Because my thought is that Stella Maris and Alder Springs both kind of are like push her away.
You think? Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be like, she like Stella Maris is like the purer of the people in terms of like belief and thinking things are evil. And so if they have allowed this young girl to start this sort of ring, like clearly there's corruption going on in that town.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of ostracize all of Stella Maris then.
Yeah.
Ostracize her.
Yeah.
This could be like
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Dev.
Yeah, it's your question ultimately to answer, so yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like this woman in relation to Stella Maris is not only ostracized from Alder Springs, but I think Stella Maris as a whole is then ostracized by the Alder Springs community.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So cut off all ties.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously...
So the lighthouse is claimed?
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, so Dev still needs to start a discussion or
right.
project or discover.
I mean, that happens first, but we can do it either way. Right?
Gosh, this is hard because this could be start a discussion or it could be a project.
And remember that your project does not have to have anything to do with the card. You can just start any project you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think in response to this, I think that some people, while largely the town is ostracized most of the people from Stella Maris, I think that some people still have built like maybe a church of some kind, maybe a couple church, or maybe a church in between Alder Springs and Stella Maris. Maybe like in the middle right here. And that's my project.
A place where the two communities can come together every once in a while.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so what's the name of the project? We call it
a
neutral. Well, it's not just, but it's not necessarily a physical place. It's actually an attempt to build trust between the communities. So I mean, that's what it really is. It's trust between communities. It's not a physical place. It's like it might be as well, but it's like I'm going to say that's really going to be very difficult. Yeah. I'm going to give that a 6.
That's fair enough.
And then the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say what happens is, so we sent a group of, strong, able-bodied people to go explore this lighthouse. And they come to it and it seems to be, like partially destroyed or partially like starting to crumble down. So there's some aspects of the lighthouse that are still like clearly defined. Like you can see the windows at the top and what looks like a broken wick or like lamp at the top, like kind of like maybe smashed in. But part of the walls along the sides have started to erode away. And there's just like an air of spookiness in this lighthouse, like just like almost like an unease, like maybe this was less about trying to allow people to come to the island and more to warn people away from the island. Like maybe the color of the glass on the lamp is not standard lighthouse color. Maybe it's like just a little bit
red.
Off.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Damn it, no.
Do we claim it then? Do we actually put people there?
Okay.
So,
we'll establish like somebody. We'll establish somebody there to kind of like, at the very least, to make sure that nobody else tries to claim it.
A sort of proto lighthouse keeper.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Zuki.
Okay, where does everyone sleep, or what natural predators roam the area? Yeah, I think there are like a number of dangerous animals in the area, both the wild cats that are kind of in the jungle area outside of town, but also things that move in the bushes, eyes that dart out. People occasionally disappear. Children that are foraging in the forest don't always come back. The community is not safe. Safety is one of the things that we don't have. We have a scarcity of safety, and it is very dangerous. They even perhaps blame the people of Stella Maris, that girl who once stole the people away. She's still out there somewhere, stealing away more. No one knows who or what is truly responsible. And to that end, I think we're going to start a project. Shall I start a project? Or shall I discover something new? Based on that there's dangerous things in the forest. I think people are no longer trust each other. Trust that you're building up between the community is going to be even harder, because even within the community, people are worried, people are paranoid about everything, every shadow. So I don't know how you draw that, but yeah, I think there are bad things in the forest, and everyone is a little bit on edge, jumpy, superstitious, concerned. People have gone missing, and they demand somehow that we get safety.
Going to make yellow eyes on the terrifying bush monster red to maybe to do that
upside
to
down.
be like the predator, natural predators. Now they're really mean instead of simply terrifying. Maybe.
Can I move the terrifying bush monster upside
go for
down? So it's like, go on, I'll see if I can get all of it without grabbing the snake. There we go. No, I didn't get his body. No. Oh no. Just no.
You know, I have reached for a terrifying bush monster before and found a snake, so I understand.
Yeah, this is really difficult to get all of them in one go. So it's really difficult. Okay, he's going to stay there.
I'll see if I can figure out how to move him while we continue. Because I'm the asshole that created him. So
You're the terrifying bush.
I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move him. I'm just going to move. I'm going to copy his eyes and move them.
Oh,
Spooky.
oh, it's
For the listeners, a pair of terrible bloodshot eyes.
true.
they look like stoner eyes.
Yeah, they're like right outside of the town.
I mean, sometimes you have to tell on yourself.
Evil. The most evil of all things, weed.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
That's what that girl was trying to peddle.
So
that good old Fuchsia.
that good old Fuchsia.
Fuchsia Kush.
Oh, okay. I see the warehouse for food has been finished.
Indeed.
Okay. So this is definitely a very interesting time to have this. But I'm gonna put a big old warehouse in Alder Springs, and it's this is perhaps one of the where it once started out as just a regular warehouse project. Now it's a bit more of a sign of the town leaders trying to create more of a sense of safety. Like, okay, now all of our food and supplies are in one place. We have guards. It's this sort of symbol of a new attempt to make everyone in the town feel a bit more safe. And with that, it is my turn.
I'll reduce the countdown trust.
Okay. What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? Okay. And all the big weird ones. Okay. Okay, what group has the highest status in the community? I'm gonna say that it was a group of no. I don't want to bring race or class into this quite yet.
We're all desperately avoiding that as long as possible.
I'm A-okay with leaving that for a while. Okay, are there distinct family units in the community? I'm gonna say, due to the communal setup of the sleeping quarters, along with the sort of desperate for survival thing The family units are very, like, they're big families, multi-generational, all under one roof. So it's not necessarily, like, patriarchal, because there's been this need to, like, bond together for survival, so it's very much more like a large family cooperative rather than like a dictatorship under a lead patriarch or matriarch.
So there are distinct families.
Yes. In fact, I
and
would
are
say...
they...
What was that?
I was going to say, are they kind of rivals, or are they work together?
Well, since, like, the tension has increased, I'm gonna say this, like, independent, almost clan type thing has only exacerbated that. Like, each family is almost its own independent unit within, like, a little house. Like, there are still leaders, like, there are still, like, a group of people who try to work together for the betterment of the town. But, like, on the ground level, you have these, like, houses with big, sort of, like, single surname family units who, like, they'll marry into each other and such, but there's still this big air of, like, you're not a smith or whatever. We don't really like you all that much. Yeah, there you go. And I will start another project. And this one's going to be to establish a permanent lighthouse keeper and family at the lighthouse. Not necessarily to repair it yet, but to give them, like, housing and supplies, so that they can hold down the lighthouse without any interruptions from Stella Maris and without needing so much support from the town constantly.
Fucking Stella Maris, man.
Yeah, god damn it.
Okay, so establish... Got the wrong font. Well, we've already claimed it, but what are we doing here? Establish residence.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it small, because that's a long sentence. Okay. And how difficult is that going to be?
That's pretty hard.
I say like 3 or 4.
I'm gonna say
2.
4. Yeah.
4.
I'll go with 4.
4 is good.
Because you have to truck everything past Stella Maris, and sometimes they're stroppy buggers.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, next thing.
Someone new arrives who, or few of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I can go so many different ways with this. I wonder if somebody shows up on, like, the kind of where Alder Springs is from outside. Maybe doesn't actually step onto the island itself. Maybe, like, comes on a boat alongside the island and is just trying their best to warn them away. Like, this island is cursed. This island, we do not go here. And bad things will happen if people try to stay here.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Okay. So who are they? Are they like someone who's, like, religious, or are they just concerned because they now know that somebody's here?
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, maybe it's like what you'd expect a veteran sailor sort of to look like. So somebody who's gone maybe past this island a lot, but never, but knows the stories of the island, and so has never stepped foot onto it. But maybe when the lighthouse, like, maybe when, they see that there's at least something happening there, maybe that's what clues them into that there is somebody trying to be here, and when they come a bit closer, it's like, oh yeah, there's people here and there shouldn't be people here. If I could do a sailor accent without it sounding like complete garbage.
Okay, but he's basically telling us that the island is cursed, no one should live here,
yeah,
the place is evil, and it will corrupt
so
you.
maybe not just that bad things will happen to the people there, but bad things will happen to the world if people are there. Or, like, maybe that's part of the legend of this island.
Just some nutter. I think we should have a discussion about that.
We should have a discussion about that, absolutely.
So you can either ask a question or you can make a statement about what we should do, I think. Yes, that's the choice.
So, given that I tend to play more, like, science-y inclined people, I will maybe say that whoever the resident, I guess, the one who buys least into all the mumbo jumbo, will be like, well, this man's been at sea for so long. Clearly, you know what happens when you spend so much time at sea. Your mind starts to go, right? Like, we can't trust this person. This person is just talking crazy. The world isn't doomed just because we're standing here instead of, somewhere else.
So I have a question. Is he now trapped on the island with us? Or is he going to leave on his working ship?
So I'm going to say he never got off his ship in the first place.
Oh, that's wild.
He's like, yeah.
Shouting from the... Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he knows what would happen.
Yeah. He does not want to step foot on the island, even to ward us off.
So I'm sorry for interrupting.
All right.
Actually, no.
Oh, no,
I'll
that's
make
fine.
that my. Here's my part of the conversation is a group of people who I think that before he sails away, we should get all of our rafts and we should sail out to him. And I think we should get the hell off this island. Next.
I guess it would be
That's me.
Patrick since.
Oh,
Well, Patrick would normally have gone before.
I'm
Nicole.
sorry. I messed that
Okay.
up.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay.
That's all right.
I just
Nor
don't want to
do
skip
I.
Patrick.
Okay, I'll say it really quick. We've already established a lot of routes here. I don't think we should try to get the hell off this island. I don't even know where we can really go from here. But I do agree that it'd be a good idea to have a ship. Try to scout out the area around here. Find, I don't know, another island, something like that. Maybe try to get to the mainland. Anything like that.
man. Told y'all at the last meeting we should have left. But no, y'all got all spooked about a boat that was half built. I don't know
I
why
did
you
get
thought
spooked about the boat.
it's a boat.
Some drunken old fool shouting at us from the shore, from the sea. You people think we should leave? Look at what we've established here. Look at what we've done. We have come through this, and we can ignore some drunken idiot even easier. Okay. So I want to get some more contempt from that.
No. I
From those
agree with you, Zuki. I am 100% on board. I just want a boat.
Yeah.
You should-
Okay. So we have
Right. Alex.
Yep.
Oh, well, I started
done
it with
Yep.
a statement, so therefore I don't contribute any more to it.
Oh,
Okay. So it's a new card. Who's
What's the most beautiful thing in this area? Or what's the most hideous thing in this area? I think I'm going to misclick and drag things around on the screen. That's what I think. All right. I am going to do something hideous. And I think that it is the middens pile that is being created outside of Stella Maris. That they are just taking all of their waste and trash and everything nasty and are just kind of putting it outside their most commonly used border and just leaving it there. And it's rotting and attracting scary things in the night, and things are getting more dangerous, and it's just ugly. It's gross and it smells bad. So I'm drawing a garbage pile.
so I get the sense that these people don't like us very much.
It was very one-sided.
It's fanatics.
And we are keeping track of the progress of the...
Trust.
Yep, I think Suki's on that.
Okay.
They had to do something real quick.
And I think that I am going to discover something. What I am going to discover is that our charismatic young girl from earlier, or young woman from earlier, she now has a name. Her name is Sabine. S-A...
I think we should have a surname as well. Sabine Fletcher? Or
Oh, Fletcher's good.
So I think that she was originally Sabine Fletcher, but then when she was ejected from the communities, she removed her surname to show that she was no longer part of those communities. And she has followed the path behind the spring, and she's taken 5 or 6 other young people from both communities. Not 5 or 6 each, but like 5 or 6 in total. and they have all left together to go follow the path by the spring. So
they've disappeared recently. Okay, and they've
maybe they're starting a third community. Maybe they're all dead. They just kind of vanished into the forest near the spring. That? Sabine.
N-E?
Mm-hmm.
Sabine. Thank you.
Not a problem.
I'm sensing a player character ancestor brewing.
Look, just because it's a witch in the woods doesn't mean anything at all. You handed me a witch in the woods. I'm gonna take her.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Fair.
No, I think that's a great idea. I think.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I think sowing the seeds of our various characters, as we seem to be already doing, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so we have still no projects finished, but they're counting down. Yeah.
All right.
We're on to the next card. Are we going to put something on the map to show this? I mean, it's more of an immediate problem at the moment, isn't it? It's not necessarily another community per se, but it's an immediate problem.
Creating a little Baba Yaga house to symbolize our witch in the woods.
Oh no.
Oh, that's terrifying. All right.
Well, a young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it?
Oh dear.
Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done?
Oh dear. This is an intense one.
Ooh, this is hard, because either one could get real dark. Yeah.
I love that Dev is like, real dark, and I'm like, good.
Yeah.
We are playing a horror game.
This is a horror podcast. We're all...
Yeah. I think that this young boy starts digging, goes beachcombing. Just starts digging up, pretty shells and stuff like that. I think that maybe he starts finding, pieces of, human bone. Just kind of combing along the beach. He's, maybe he dug a bit too deep into the sand, and there's, this pile of bones just right there in the sand.
Or
almost
like a layer
a grave.
Of bones?
Like a layer of bones.
A single grave? Or,
Like a large grave.
Grave.
Mm-hmm. Spooky. I think this warrants a discussion.
I do think this warrants a discussion.
What's the question? Or the statement?
The question is, are we going to tell the rest of the town about this mass grave that we found?
Still bunking.
I was just going to say,
you are very good at emphasizing your point.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I will stop. I will try not to do that as often.
You're the one that has to clean up the audio, so you're just making work for yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm trying to help.
It would be unwise.
Yeah.
I believe it would be unwise to conceal this. How can we conceal an entire gravesite here? And these people, they deserve some consideration, whoever they are. We should all know what we are living on top of.
Our town has already dealt with superstitious sailors coming by and telling us that we're cursed, bush monsters out in the darkness, a whole other community which has sprung up and only seems to wish to harm us. I think that if we want to preserve the great things that we've been able to build here, despite all of the adversity, we should find a way to cover this up. Maybe dump the bones somewhere, put them out to sea, something like that. I think it's essential that our town doesn't know about this.
Those bones would probably make a good fertilizer if you crushed them.
We have to tell the community about the mass grave, and if it fractures our community, then it needed to happen. Anything that can be destroyed by the truth should be.
Yeah.
Dev, it's up to you.
I think let's table this discussion for later. Perhaps maybe reconvene at a different time.
I am taking contempt.
Oh.
Yeah. If you don't answer the question, my God, that's terrible.
Yeah. I have to say, I don't think this is a smart decision, Dev.
But that isn't the decision.
We're just discussing it. We're not making a decision.
Right, yeah, it's just discussing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But you don't have an opinion. Okay.
Yeah. I think we should set a timer for when we have to discuss this again.
Good idea. We can do that.
I
don't know.
Bring it up in your
It's not
turn.
going to go away, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't think it's
you
going
could
to
have
go.
somebody
Yeah.
rediscover it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or you can start another discussion of the same vein.
All right.
Like, seriously, guys, we gotta talk about these bones.
Yeah,
People are
Also,
starting to
we
get
have at
suspicious.
least- yeah.
We have established
Also-
a residence of the lighthouse. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Also, we have played
And we're
all
now
of
on
the spring
summer as well.
cards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Do we want to stop here? Do we want to do at least one round?
I think we could rush through summer.
yeah, I think we could do at least a little bit of something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
should say. Yeah. Ooh.
all right. Then
All right.
I will.
Is everybody ready?
I am.
Yep.
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 Who are we leaving
Have
off
Start.
we
on?
seen
The-
Alex talk
The
yet?
lighthouse.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh. Yep.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
cool.
times.
So, describe and draw the lighthouse residence.
The lighthouse residence. All right. So let me draw a little shack for them first.
So they're not allowed to live in the lighthouse.
No.
Little shack beside it.
No, it's if you've ever seen one of those like older lighthouses, what they do is they'd have like housing quarters off to the side, and then you'd go into the lighthouse and light it up. You don't live in it. I'm going to say that this is the Otto family. That is their last name. They're like a group of German immigrants. And the sort of head keeper at the moment is the kind of, not really head, but like the one person who actually knows anything about lighthouses, and that's Heinrich Otto. So he is just like holding down the fort and trying to get the lighthouse up and running again, but is currently still completely non-functional.
But there's a little family living there
Yeah.
next to stinky Stella Morris.
Yes, and they are very, very loyal to Alder Springs. Would never turncoat and go to those filthy Stella Marians.
I think we're being very unreasonable about this fine community of water drinkers.
That's literally all
You
they
know,
are.
you know who would say that, Zuki?
A
Someone from
Stella Morris.
Someone who
Yeah.
hasn't drunk the black milk that comes from that stream.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Yeah,
I
who's
think
this?
it's mine for the first card of summer.
Nope.
Dev was the last.
Dev
Yeah,
is
that
last.
was Zuki.
Oh,
Because
no, you're
it's
right,
Zuki.
Bones. I've lost track entirely.
Yep.
Please
Yeah.
never believe me.
It's all good.
All right, now let's try to zip down on the discussion, try to
Okay.
speedrun this.
Yeah.
Outsiders. Yeah, I think that there are a group of that they're not settlers. They are sort of freebooters, people that have heard that there's treasure here on the cursed island, and they have entered port at the cavern complex. But a number of them have come into town and stolen supplies from town. But they just have a very rickety old boat that isn't even that seaworthy. That they have none of their own food, but they're kind of exploring the caverns, looking for treasure, which is supposed to be here. And they're a real menace, And I think it's kind of appropriate. This is the point that trust between the two communities of Stella Maris and Alder Springs is built again in the face of these outsiders, of these people. So I think they're led by a man called Robert Wayne, who is he's just a nasty piece of work. And there have been a number of incidents where people of the town and of Stella Maris have been beaten up, their things stolen, and so on. So I think the project I'm going to start is to drive away these criminals, drive away the outsiders.
All right.
And how difficult is that going to be?
I mean, it depends on how powerful they are and how unwilling they are to leave.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a while. I'm going to give it 6.
Right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So like a real
Okay.
threat for the
All
community.
right.
Yeah, they are just running roughshod over the island. They are attacking people when they're out to steal what they have. They're not killing anyone, but they're definitely disrupting the community. And yeah, at this point, who wants to describe how the trust between the community grows?
I believe that was
Has grown.
Deb's project, so
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. It started with a church being built.
Ah.
So build the church?
Yeah, say it was a combination of maybe a couple, like, because we discussed how like these families are very clan-like. So maybe in like the separation of the Stella Maris from Alder Springs, there was like a family that became separated. But in order to like kind of reconnect with each other and also reconnect these two broken halves, they've built this church. This family's name is I'm gonna say, gosh, sorry, give me a second.
You're all good.
The Bishop
Names
family.
are hard.
The Bishop family reunited, and that's Bishop with a E at the end.
Cheeky.
Bishop E family.
Cheeky little silent E.
Yeah.
So what was that,
Yep.
Bishop? What was their...
I think they
they
built
are-
this.
Yeah, family church.
Yeah,
I'm just going to add some of these names into a little piece of...
I have also. I have done that. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
with an E at the
That's
end
true.
of
Yeah.
Bishop.
Oh, Bishop. A double P or just a single P?
Just single P.
Oh, and I should probably put the church down.
Yes, I will.
You said you were building it in between the two towns. Does that mean it's next to the stinky
Or
pile
maybe,
of-
maybe part of it is now everybody has to clean up the midden pile together.
Yeah, it is. It's been replaced with a garden in the back of this church.
Natural
Yeah.
fertilizer.
Yeah. Along with
Yeah.
the bones.
Along with the bones.
The bones. We don't talk about the bones.
Okay.
And here, which is where the troublemakers are living.
Darn troublemakers.
Yeah.
Robert Wayne. The Wayne gang. Yeah.
No relation to John.
No.
None
So
whatsoever.
many
Or
relations
Bruce.
to Bruce.
Batman's little brother.
Okay. I will
So-
now draw a card.
Mhm.
Okay. Boop. Thank you. Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go,
Oh.
Rye?
We did
Well,
just
there is the
mention the
unattended
bones. I'm
Sabine.
shutting up. Sorry.
Oh, there's the bone. Sorry, yeah, the bone.
Yeah,
and
no,
Sabine.
We have left a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
situations untended. Gosh. Actually, it's just a matter of choosing which
You
one,
are
honestly.
spoiled for choice.
Yeah, oh dear. Okay, so we haven't really let the Wayne problem unattended. We're trying to do that anyway. I'm going to say that it is the whole deal with, ooh, do I want to crush our dreams of unity quite so quickly with the reveal of a mass grave? Do I want to do that? No, I do not. I'm going to say that the whole situation with Sabine has grown quite a bit larger than previously expected. That is to say, people have begun to drift towards her style of life, like out in the woods and all that, and have started to think that this is a much preferable alternative to the strife and the hard work and the attacks by gangs that are happening in Alder Springs and Stella Maris. So this almost sort of like commune, more than just like a little group, like an entire commune has spread around Sabine as like this sort of witch woman out in the forest.
Witches in
And
the
it's
Was
like
there a
woods.
these-
kind of like, it's like Children of the Corn type thing because they're all like younger
Yeah, not
children.
that not that creepy, and some of them are adults. Like it's not creepy, but it is like going to be a big problem to the point where like it's siphoning off villagers and that sort of thing.
Disenfranchised youth. Yeah.
Yep.
People who want to live a different way.
Yep. Proto hippies, essentially. And as for how it goes awry, a villager from Alder Springs ventures out and finds this whole group and goes back and like starts like spreading it around town and being like, "Oh my god, what are they doing out there? Oh, this is scary."
They drink of the black water.
Which cult? Which cult?
And they consort with the terrifying
It's true.
bush monsters.
And so, if you know what I mean,
Look, right next to
ladies.
Yes.
Further.
And yeah, I guess I need to start a project or something too, don't I?
Yeah, you can either have a discussion, start a project,
And make a discovery.
or, make a discovery. Yeah.
Yeah. Discovery. Okay, I'm gonna say that This is a bit of a tough one. I'm going to say that someone, like, looking out on the shoreline across, like, the near, like, the top, like, past the caldera, and beyond the beautiful birds that Dev drew, there is what appears to be the hazy outline of, like, another island next to Bay of Thaddeus. Like, just a little bit of shoreline barely visible from the coast.
Okay, do you want to draw anything on for either of
Yes,
those?
that is what I am doing currently. Just little line of coast here. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Summer.
Oh.
Oh. Summer is
So you-
fleeting. Discard the top 2 cards off the top of the deck and take 2 actions this week. Okay, so don't do any resolving of cards and just do 2 of the actions, like discover slash whatever. Okay.
So I'm going to delete those 2 because I've taken them off the.
Sounds
thing.
good. Okay.
And you get 2 actions.
2 actions. All right. So let's see. I think because right now, like, we have a lot of things going on. Like, we have like the stuff with the lighthouse. We have the stuff kind of like in the forest. I feel like the northern part of the island has gone very much unexplored, and so I may want to have a couple people go out and try to like see what kind of resources or anything would be in the northern part of the island. So
explore the caldera or explore the north.
Yeah. I don't know if they would know there's a caldera there just from where they are, but at the very least, explore the north.
Yeah, you'd probably be pretty obvious. There's a volcano and some smoke coming off it, but yeah, no one wants
Is
to be
there
there.
smoke or is it dormant?
I would
Great
say.
question.
I think
it has to be. Yeah. It has to be
I feel like our people would have to be pretty dumb to build a community at the bottom of a smoking volcano.
Yeah, it has to be dormant. It has to be like the lake in the caldera.
Oh, okay, so it's a dormant. Oh, I thought it was an active volcano. Okay, that's fair.
I was hoping
Maybe we'll
for
find
that.
out.
Well, it's dormant for now. Currently
Yes.
dormant.
How difficult is exploring the north? Especially since there's a massive
It's
freaking
true.
cat there. So it's like cat.
Not
I mean-
to scale.
3. I'll say 3.
3, okay. You go 3. Okay.
Cat.
And
What's your other
second
action?
Okay.
We should have a discussion about Sabine, maybe.
We should have a
No.
discussion.
Or, no, sorry, I shouldn't say things.
We're
No,
all
that's
bad
fine.
at this. It's fabulous.
We are terrible at the actual rules of the game. It's fine.
Mhm. But we are great at world building. This is fantastic.
I have helped our cat artist.
Not to scale.
Our it's beautiful.
It's trying to think of what like maybe a discussion about Sabine is a good idea, considering we've just had somebody run around town going. So maybe there will be some sort of meeting, maybe at the church, because this involves both Stella Maris and Alder Springs. So maybe there's like a gathering and the question is posed. Clearly Sabine and her followers are not going away and they're starting to become a problem. And what do we want to do about it?
Okay, who's first?
Start with Dev.
Oh, well, it would be Nicole.
I think
Yeah.
I would start with Nicole.
Yeah, good idea.
All right. I think we should leave them alone. We don't want them in our community, and they don't want to be here. It's a release valve.
I say we do this with all our other problems and sweep it under the rug.
The 1850s
Just
boomer.
sweep it under the just sweep it under the stands, as it were, or inside the caverns. I mean, we ignore all other problems. I don't see why we just don't ignore this one.
Wilhelm Bishop says, "Are we not also another community in exile, like Stella Maris was? But are we now not friends? Do we not accept those who oppose us into our bosom? That is how it should be. We must build roads towards them, not walls to keep them out."
Okay, Heinrich Otto is going to say, well, so long as they're not hurting us or anything like that, I say we establish relations. I don't want them just out there, but so long as we can keep the open a line of communication, maybe they can normalize themselves as an actual community actually, say that, then I'm all right with leaving them alone.
I will go back into the persona of the extremely superstitious old person and just be like, their way of life, it curses us. They drink the foul waters. They,
Aye.
if we build bridges towards them, they will just corrupt us too, and we will be cursed as well.
Aye.
Yeah.
Still a Marans.
Turn me in the cheek, brother.
Turn the garden back into a midden.
Just go poo on the flowers. All right.
Just because you've sprouted daisies doesn't mean everything is fixed.
So what's your verdict, Alex?
The verdict is probably going to be. It sounds like the consensus is leaning towards.
Ooh, but it's not a verdict.
Yeah.
This is just your opinion.
Yeah, you just
There
get the
is
last word.
Yeah, there isn't a verdict.
Oh well, I did.
Yeah.
I was the
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
I do
All
wish
right.
there was a
Yes,
verdict
suspicious.
system, though.
Aye. Aye.
I.
All right, it's Nicole. It's your
Your
turn, I
go.
believe, right?
Nope, I
Was it?
just
Oh.
went.
Yep, Nicole. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your go, Dev.
Well,
Oh,
no,
it's
it's
my-
Nicole because I had the summer is fleeting.
yeah.
Oh.
I was
Did
like,
you?
wait, hold on.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, two whole
well,
cards
yeah,
are
no,
just
that's
gone.
right.
I got 2 actions: explore the north and discuss.
That's why I was like, well, I guess we're done. All right. Let me draw Summer. Ooh. Allow me to
oh.
allow me
Like
to
force.
erase
Oh, I like
this
it.
squiggle that I have created.
Oh my.
Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? A headstrong
question.
community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion. Start a foolish project.
Oh, that's both of those are great.
I am going to start a foolish project.
Hell yeah.
There are people. Actually, I'm going to create this person. Their name is Judgment Flowerpot.
No way.
Okay, I need to have real names.
Very-
All right.
How about just flowers?
Yes, Judgment Flowers.
Judgment flowers. Yeah, that works.
Judgment Flowers. And they have discovered the mass grave independently.
Told you we should have swept it under the rug.
And what are they doing? They are taking the bones to a cave near Alder Springs and creating an ossuary.
Oh.
6 turns for the cursed ossuary of Alder Springs.
Spell ossuary.
Ossuary, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Church, bone,
I'm
church.
I'd say it'll take a bit less time. I think
If they're doing it by themselves, I
And probably
was
to
picturing like by themselves in secret to like reveal to the town that there was a graveyard that no one knew about, but they fixed it.
Yes. They have made a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Thank you, Judgment
Place of
Flowers.
You're
worship
welcome.
to the dead. Okay. Love it. I didn't take the counters down, so let's do the counters.
So, what am I going
I
to
think-
do?
Well, isn't... Oh, I see. That's an additional project, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
I get 2 of them potentially.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Aren't you
so fancy. We've got Explore the North rolling. I think I would like to begin a project as well. This one not so foolish. I would like to begin a project of finding food that we can cultivate in fields to take care of our food scarcity. So, creating fields to provide food for the community is my project.
I love it.
What do y'all think? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
4 weeks?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
3.
But it depends on what the terrain is like how easy it is to
I think I'm
cultivate.
assuming that Alder Springs is, because it's a volcanic island, and I'm just looking at the shape of it, I'm going to say that I think that Alder Springs is on like volcanic soil, which is super rich,
right.
super
Very.
arable, really
Yeah.
great until the volcano decides to spit more of it out at you.
Yeah.
What should we say the project is?
The project is to create fields to allow us to farm plant food.
We're going to say a 4?
3.
3.
I think 3 was the agreed.
Well, it's summer. It's a good time for it. Okie dokie. All right.
All right.
Dev.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Excited. Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they distressed? Someone leaves the community. Who? What are they looking for? This is a little tricky.
Hey, witch. Hey, witch. Hey, witch.
Already
I
have a
know,
witch.
I'm greedy.
Why?
Then I get another
Hell
lighthouse
yeah, you
keeper.
do.
I think that someone new arrives. Their name, I think they came with their family. They're sort of like how we ended up here where our ship crashed. I think it's a sailor and their family. And they are running away. They are sailing away for some reason. They were being hunted. And the name of this sailor, I'm going to say, is Gregory McIntosh.
All right.
And the reason why he's distressed is he is trying to get away from some people who are after him. And for discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project. I think I'm going to start a project.
Got a lot of projects on.
We do have a lot of projects. That is
projects.
fair.
Quiet year.
That is quite fair. Then we can
No,
do.
go for it.
It's good times.
Just-
I love it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, we already got. We got. I'm gonna say we discover something new. I'm gonna say that we discover that the caldera is active.
Oh no.
Of course, it's got to be active. I mean, come on.
It's not like constant. It's not like, but it is. There is smoke coming off from the mountain, or the caldera.
Alright.
Excuse me. But it is active.
Can I? Oh, no, I can't make a I'll do it on my turn, maybe. Okay. Because we need a name for the volcano, right?
Oh,
What if we call it Sabine's Cauldron?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Love
yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah, clearly the Sabine, her
Yeah.
wicked ways have angered the
Hell
mountain.
yeah.
I think we have time for one more. So Zuki, if you want to finish this out.
Yep, Zuki.
I'll
Yep.
do a quick one.
And then I've got to get going.
Project finishes early. I think basically one morning the Bishop family are out on the beach and they see Judgment carrying these bones, digging them up and carrying them. And they come to investigate and they talk to her about what she's doing. And they decide these people deserve a proper burial. We should help you. So they're going to get everybody in the town together and show them this. And some obviously are terrified and angry. Others agree with justice and help finish the ossuary.
This has got to be like the prettiest ossuary you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty good
Full
for
of
them to
flowers
be
as
like.
well. Yeah. However, there is a discovery. Not all of these bones are human.
Oh.
They look human at first, but some have odd features. Some have fangs. Some skulls, they're misshapen and strange, not quite normal.
Monkeys.
You're one of my favorite people. This is so good.
The monkeys.
And that is how we end the episode.
Just
Yeah. Welcome to the Noctuary. My name is Dev.
Okay. Hello, my name is Zuki. He, him. I'm a role player for a few years, and I'm really looking forward to this game. Thank you.
I'm Patrick, he, him. I've been a role player for several years as well, and I'm really enjoying this so far.
I'm Alex, they, them. I have been a role player for technically only a couple of years, but realistically, probably most of my life. But also very much looking forward to this. Thank you.
And hey, I'm Nicole. I have been playing role-playing games since I was a pretty young kid, probably 10 or 11. We won't talk about how many years that was. And you can find me online at Five Goblins Pottery.